Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from T.W White Sons Mazda. Okay, got a super desirable and very rare car to show you today. This is a 2017 on a 67 plate Mazda CX-5. This is in sport nav specification, has the 2.2 diesel engine with 175 PS, all-wheel drive and an automatic transmission. Now, all of everything I've just said makes this a hugely desirable and hard to find car. And they don't tend to come to the used market very often, particularly in this specification, covered the mileage this car has, which is under 26,000, and in the colour combination that it's in. So this is a colour called Eternal Blue, but you might be able to notice, even at this distance, this car was optioned with the light stone leather interior and Mazda's optional safety pack. I'll come on to what all those things mean as we walk around the car, and I'll show you that. This was actually sourced for us from our buyers department. We're delighted to have this car for sale, and they just don't come to the used market often enough. Every time we've had one of these, and they've been in stock for probably 24, 48 hours, and they've been sold to a customer from distance. I think one of the very last ones we had went to Elgin in Scotland, so you know, a good distance away, but that just gives you an idea of how hard these are to find. Condition of the car's lovely. It's in really nice order. If I'm really honest, there's one very small mark on the front bumper, which we're going to have sorted out. It's a tiny little sort of pin dent compression mark, but we're going to have that rectified. Other than that, our valeter has valeted it and polished it. It looks absolutely lovely. You can see from the reflection in the paint, it's got a lovely wet gloss shine, and the condition of the car really is lovely. Little mark that I mentioned, I'll show you, is just down here. Little mark just on the bumper there. It's a tiny little compression mark, very small, but we'll have that addressed before it leaves us. But in the interest of transparency, that is how the car arrived to us. It looks absolutely glorious. So the 2.2 diesel in these, and they're really gutsy. I think the diesel's probably the best way to go with CX-5s, because you get all that lovely low down power that everybody enjoys from a diesel, but you also get the economy. And given that this is a pretty substantial car with an auto box, you're still going to get over 40 to the gallon, which for an all-wheel drive diesel car you certainly wouldn't get that with the petrols. Yeah, very desirable car, and really is the best of both worlds in terms of engine choice. Like I said, they produce 175 PS, and you get all that lovely low down grunt that you expect from a diesel. Now, being a sport nav, you get power tailgate. That is a really important feature for a CX-5 in my opinion. It's just the sort of car that should have that now. You can see here you've got a retractable tonneau cover, which you can actually clip onto the tailgate itself, and that extends out alongside the opening and closing of the boot. You'll notice here you've got little release levers to be able to fold down the rear seats. They're on like a spring-loaded mechanism. You pull that lever and they fold down, and you have got so much usable space in this car. I mean, it really is very good. This car's certainly never had an animal in it, and doesn't smell of smoke or anything like that. Condition is absolutely wonderful. In fact, you can see some marks on here, like there's been some sort of protective liner in the boot at some point. And button for the tailgate, you can do it on the car. You can actually do it on the key as you walk up to the car as well. You can press and hold a button, and your tailgate can be opening before you've even got there, which is lovely. Vital addition to the car, in my opinion. You've got these very nice 19-inch alloy wheels. This is a standard feature for a sport or a sport nav. If you look in the back, you get a first glimpse of this lovely light stone leather interior. Now, if it were my money on a CX-5, I would absolutely want the light interior. It looks absolutely wonderful. And then you do get these sort of darkened backs for the seats, because these are family cars, and not that you can tell from this actually, because actually even things like the load area, not scratched, not damaged, but that light interior wouldn't be forgiving if you were to have a youngster in the back. So it just shows how well thought out the car is. Headliner, all in beautiful condition. This is a feature that often gets overlooked. You know, if it's a big load lugger car, sometimes you might find that the headliner gets a hard time. Not the case in this car. It's in beautiful condition. You've got vents in the back here to keep any rear occupants hot or cold. And you'll also notice in the centre armrest here you've got cup holders. And if you lift up this little flap, you've also got USB charging as well, which is absolutely vital if you're going to have anybody in the car who wants to connect their smartphone and charge their device. Worth mentioning as well, yeah, you have keyless entry and start on this car. That's what the little black button is there. You've also got illuminated scuff plates. Now this was a dealer fitted option. This isn't something that would come on the car from the off, but really finishes it off nicely. Kind of adds to that premium look as you get in the car, and at night time they do look very nice. You've got electric adjust driver's seat here with memory function. So that's 8-way adjust. You can see you can do both directions, height, tip of the seat, and also you've got lumbar as well. And this memory function you can do off the button here. You can actually do it off the key, so you can actually program it to link to a particular key. So if you've got partners in the household, and driver 1 can actually set it off the key, and so can driver 2. So if you unlock the car, the seat will be being put to your correct position. Of course, you have all electric windows and power fold mirrors. Just going to jump in the car. All modern Mazdas are push button start, so you just have to have your foot on the brake, being an automatic. You press that button one time and the car will come into life, and you'll see that the car's been doing, oh there you go, so it's just been serviced, so it's not due service for 11 months, 12,500 miles. And you've got controls down here for cruise control and speed limiter, and all your audio options, Bluetooth functionality. Got multimedia system here which has integrated navigation, Bluetooth hands-free phone, DAB digital radio, and there's a whole host of things you can control from this menu and various settings. You have a head-up display on this car. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So if I look just to the windscreen, you can just see in that parking bay there, you've got a little 0 mph logo and a speed limit of the area you're currently in. That's projected onto the windscreen. Just means you don't have to be looking down all the time, and you can keep your eyes on the road. It's a really nice feature, and do recommend having a go at it if you come and have a test drive of the car. One of the most important features for this car, in my opinion, is a 10-speaker Bose stereo. It has a feature called Bose Center Point on it, which creates a virtual surround sound in the car, and also projects the sound from the sort of very middle of the car. It's a really, really nice feature, yeah, for me, one of the best bits of the car. Sounds incredible. You come down, you've got dual zone climate control, heated front seats, all important heated steering wheel. It's a vital addition for winter time. If you haven't had heated steering wheel before, it really is very, very good. Dual zone climate control that we mentioned, that all important 6-speed automatic gearbox. You do have a manual shift setting on it, so as you're going to drive, push it over to the right, you can shift up and down the gears, so that gives you a bit of compromise between manual and auto. Electronic handbrake, you just have to have your foot on the brake, press it down to take it off, lift it up to put it back on. Really is that simple. You have USB connectivity in the car, of course, as well. And yeah, we'll turn that off. You have LED headlights. Now, being that this was a car that was optioned with Mazda's safety pack, you also have blind spot monitoring in the wing mirrors, which we'll show you. So just here, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little sort of shaded section. I don't know if you can see it very well, actually. There's a little shaded section just there. You can just make it out here, and that does blind spot monitoring. So if there is somebody in your blind spot a few yards behind you on that side, it will illuminate and show you that there's somebody there. It's a really nice addition to the car, and if you drive on with it, you will see the benefit of it. It alerts you when there is somebody there. You have the LED headlights on this car as well that are adaptive. Again, that was another part of the safety pack. And if you've not used them before, at night time it makes it like daylight. It's so bright, so crystal clear. It really is very, very good, and it means a lot less strain on your eyes at night time. The car has been through our workshop, serviced as required, be supplied with a 12-month Mazda warranty. That includes roadside assistance for the full 12 months. We are a Mazda main dealer, but we accept part exchanges from all manufacturers. We'd accept any car, any make, miles, any model, all cars considered, and we're very competitive buyers of used cars at the moment, so do give us a try if you're contemplating selling your existing car. May have mentioned earlier in the video, we offer nationwide delivery as well, so if you aren't local, please don't be concerned. We've done an awful lot of off-site deliveries over the last couple of years for obvious reasons, so if there's anything we can do to help, do give us a call, and we'll discuss that with you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to hear from you soon, and take care. Cheers then.